Hey everyone, Ken here with Couture, and today I'm going to show you two of my favorite techniques, the ombre and hot mess technique. We're going to use our brand new modern floral transfer and our 18-inch hexagon chalkboard. For the ombre, we'll use Couture coral, peony, and cherry blossom. For the hot mess, we'll use green envy and honeydew. Other supplies is the small squeegee, the multi-tool, which is great to clean up your paste jars and get detailed areas, and the brand new fuzzing cloth. Plus, say hello to the brand new mini squeegee that helps you get those pesky little areas. Let's start by removing the backing off of our transfer. Our fuzzing cloth is great to get your transfer ready. Our transfers are very sticky and can curl when you're removing them from your surface. So you do want to fuzz this transfer about 5 times. Let's start with the first part of the transfer, which is going to be the flowers. Position it on the hexagon board with the description in the lower left. This way, when we do the second part, which is the leaves, we can easily line it up. Time to work on our ombre effect with the flowers. Now, for our lightest color, which will be in the middle, we are using cherry blossom. Our medium tone is peony, and of course our darkest tone is the Couture coral. I recommend having some water in a little container so you can wet your finger when mixing these colors. Grab a mini squeegee and start with the cherry blossom. Make sure this is in the center of the flowers, or if it's a flower on the side, make sure it's on the bottom of the flower. Make sure to use an ample amount because we can always squeegee the excess and put back into the jar. Grab a new mini squeegee and the peony color. This is our medium color, and go around your cherry blossom. Now, you want to try to avoid hitting the cherry blossom, but if you grab a little bit of it, don't stress out too much. Couture coral is our last color, so grab a new mini squeegee, go on the outermost part, and try to pay close attention not touching the parts that are the leaves. It's important to put enough paste down, but don't stress too much if you pick up another color. Now comes the fun part. Using your finger, just go ahead and smear the colors very lightly. Use a wet wipe in between each of the colors. It's also nice to have a little bit of water next to you. This way you can dampen your finger and it makes mixing the ombre a lot easier. If you feel you need more color, just grab a mini squeegee and add the color where you need it. Now is the time to remove your excess paste. Grab a brand new clean squeegee and start with your cherry blossom, move on to peony, and final with the Couture coral. Once again, don't worry too much about mixture at this point because the amount we're putting back in the jars is not too much and it won't contaminate your colors. Once you've removed all of the paste colors, here comes the best part. Just do a final quick mix with water in your finger and 1, 2, 3, voila! Look at those results. We have our flowers done, but now we need to turn our attention to the hot mess and the leaves. Dry this layer with the cool setting on a hairdryer, and we'll need to clean and dry the transfer. The best way to clean these transfers is to run them under running water and use our board eraser. Once you've taken all of that pink paste off, we'll need to dry the transfer. I use our fuzzing cloth, but I use the nice smooth side. I put it sticky side down and rub all of the water off. Pick the transfer up and make sure to dry the surface and put it sticky side up this time. Instead of rubbing, we're actually going to pat the water down on the sticky side. It's extremely important to make sure the transfer is completely dry before we move on to the next step. Once the transfer is dry, we can move on to the leaf layer part on the hexagon board. Grab your hexagon board and make sure your flowers are dry. Once again, I use the hairdryer on the cool setting. You do not want these flowers to lift up when we do the leaf part. So drying is essential. Now, remember when we placed the last layer, we made sure that the name of the transfer was in the bottom left-hand corner. By doing this, we know exactly how to line up our transfer. This part's pretty easy because essentially you're just going to see the color with the flowers and the leaves will be black. This way you know you're ready to go. Now, if you want to, you can use our placement tape and cover up the flower so your green does not hit any part of your flower. But for me, I find it easier just to use all of the tools Couture has given me with my small squeegee, multi-tool, and mini squeegee to get really close and just not hit the pink flowers. For the hot mess, you're going to need your 2 colors, which is green envy and honeydew. You'll also need some baby wipes, small squeegee, mini squeegee, and the multi-tool. Just using your finger, make circles on all of the leaves and clean your finger and move on to the honeydew color. Literally make circles wherever you want the colors. This can be as much or as little. Clean your finger one more time and have a wet wipe ready in your hand. And really, at this point, have fun. This is a hot mess. Go ahead and mix your honeydew and green envy and get the excess off of the squeegee onto your wet wipe. Continue to mix the colors, and if you want to add extra green or honeydew, just pick up that color and move it to any of the areas. Once again, use your multi-tool for those really tight spaces or the mini squeegee, and get as close as you can to your flowers. Now, the hot mess literally is just that. You're going to see all of these colors explode. The more you mix it, the more of a mess it will look. However, don't mix it too much because you'll lose some of your technique. You essentially just want to cover all of your open areas and make sure you have a good mixture of color. But look at it. Oh my gosh, it looks so amazing. I just love the results. That is how easy it is to bring your board to life with the hot mess technique and the ombre effect. The ombre effect really brought those flowers to life, and the hot mess on the leaves really give it that extra character. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video showing you two amazing techniques that you can incorporate into your Chalk Couture videos. Make sure to check out my website for all of your Chalk Couture needs, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.